Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Mike, and welcome, finally, to Xdefiant. Also, yeah, I'm back for just a quick little video. I just really wanted to talk about Xdefiant. I know it's been quite a while since I last uploaded a video. Life just kind of got in the way, and I believe I did mention it in my last Genshin video a few months back that I was not going to be able to keep on uploading for a longer period of time. But I've got some free time right now, and we've been waiting so long for Xdefiant at this point. It is finally out. We had a couple of server issues yesterday, but things seem to be going pretty okay now. And I have played quite a bit, as you can see from the top right. I am currently level 22 after I would probably say roughly maybe 8-ish hours of playtime, both yesterday and earlier today. And I'm having a good time. I'm loving this game. It is such a breath of fresh air, and I love it. And I just kind of wanted to make a video and talk about some of the stuff today because I could totally see myself playing this game for such a long period of time whenever Call of Duty is just kind of like, uh, just not being the most fun thing in the world for me. Like, I can totally see myself just actually, like, if I'm ever bored of Call of Duty, I'll come over to Xdefiant, and if I ever get bored of Xdefiant, I'll go back and play Call of Duty. My personal favorite gaming experiences do come from arcade shooters, from arena shooters and things like that. So, I'm here at home with Xdefiant. I'm thoroughly enjoying myself, and there is a lot of stuff to. There's not particularly like so many different things to do in this game, but it is going to take a lot of work and a lot of time. And I think that's probably what is going to be holding back a lot of people, and I think it's going to be really souring the experience for some people in that regard. But all in all, I would say that as far as the kind of the game goes for right now, for being like a preseason, a quick drop of a free-to-play game, it's got some decent stuff to like slowly work towards and things like that. Because I think what a lot of people forget is the fact that Xdefiant is a game that is very likely going to be lasting for multiple years, if not up to close to a decade, I would say. It's just one of those Ubisoft games that kind of seems like it's going to try to follow in the footsteps of something like Rainbow Six, where they're going to try and make this game last for as long as possible. I have full faith in Mark Rubin and the team to keep on supporting this game. They've already said that they have already finished the year one content, which we haven't even technically started year one yet, and they're starting to work on year two, which is fantastic. It means that they'll be able to like just actually start giving us content in the fashion that they believe. So as of right now, for the most part, all we really have as players is to actually play the game, get used to it, start unlocking attachments, and if we so wish, start going for those mastery camos. The thing about the mastery camos in this game, though, is that they are strictly tied to weapon levels. There isn't any particular, like, actual weapon challenges for you to do, which I honestly don't really know if I like or not yet at this point, because it's one thing to kind of like make the grind easy in a sense where like all you have to do is play with the weapon and something like that, but I kind of also like the idea of not necessarily gatekeeping, but like making the actual grind somewhat kind of involve the actual player and testing their skill in a sense. Speaking of the weapon mastery grind and general weapon leveling in general, there is kind of a lot here that I am personally very scared of because when I say that the weapon leveling is slow, I mean that it is egregiously slow. You will be struggling to level up a weapon even once in a game. It kind of is rough in that regard. Now, again, that's not to necessarily say that it's bad, because obviously Xdefiant is a game that is going to be lasting for multiple years at this point, which I can totally understand. You don't want players to just absolutely rail through all of the weapon levels in like a month or something and like finish all of the gold and like that's kind of it. They have nothing else to work to. But for right now, like in terms of, just us actually having to level up the guns to get the attachments that we want, it is kind of a bit egregious that it's going to take multiple hours for you to unlock what exactly you want on a gun. And then if you start using a different gun, you're not going to be able to get the attachments that you're used to on another weapon for this one that you just started using. I mean, just as an example here, I've had this Deagle on my class for pretty much every single match I've ever played, and I don't use it exclusively for kills. I do use it as an actual sidearm when I can, especially for speed, because when you're holding a pistol, your sprint speed is like out of this world fast. It's kind of ridiculous. But it's only level 5, I think, at this point, which honestly is like pretty solid for a gun that like I'm barely using. But considering that I am trying to use something like my primaries most of the time, it can be a little, I don't know exactly what to call it, but it just feels bad when I've been playing so long with a weapon and it's only like weapon level 7 at this point. I think my AK is only like weapon level 7 at this point. Yeah, I couldn't stay in that match. I just went ahead and left. That's another great thing about Xdefiant that I'm sure a lot of people are already aware of, by the way. No skill-based matchmaking. So you will definitely have games where you are getting stomped on, and you will have games where you are doing the stomping. I have experienced both extremes at this point, considering how much playtime I have. And it feels good. It feels organic. There's nothing, like, unnatural with the gaming experience here, which I really, really like. It just feels like a natural gaming experience, and I love that. Thank you to Mark Rubin and the team for doing that. My AK is not even level 7. Oh my. But yeah, kind of like how I was saying here, with the mastery skins, there's nothing in particular that is necessarily hard about it. It's just a massive time sink. So I've already kind of talked about how the weapon levels themselves already take a bit to get, and I can't even imagine like having to push all the way to weapon level 36 to get like an actual good suppressor, or getting to level 41 for an actual good fast mag and things like that. Like getting the actual like good attachments for someone that is familiar and used to Call of Duty attachments and how they used to like drastically change the stats of the gun. I've never been a fan of how Gunsmith works, where it's like it's very minor buffs that the attachments need to work together to change. Like just let me put on a quick draw and a stock. Like I just need strafing speed and quicker ADS speed. That's it. I don't need anything else in particular. What in the world? Now, admittedly, I am not actually like fully experiencing everything that Xdefiant has to offer because I am just an arena shooter guy. I don't really like the progression game modes in particular. So things like escort and zone control, where they're more focused on like actually playing as a team. And now that I say that out loud, it does make me sound like just an awful player for any kind of team game. But the truth is that I really just want to play a game to... Seriously, can I catch a break here? I just want to be able to keep on playing modes that I am familiar with and that really don't kind of hard focus on actually like lining up all of your abilities and ultras together. Which that's another thing I guess Xdefiant has kind of going for it or against it depending on who you are. Just the fact that there are abilities and ultimates that people can do, which can get kind of annoying. I personally think that like... I don't know, maybe it's just kind of my uninformed opinion, but I seriously think that the ultra charge times are a little bit too slow for, you know, certain types, not even certain types, but like just in general, I think the ultra charge times are a little bit too slow because for the most part, if you're just kind of having an average game, you're only going to get it once, whereas I kind of feel like in games like Overwatch, you're getting your ultra like 3-4 times a game easily, like without question. It's something that is like part of the actual gameplay loop, where the ultra just kind of gets saved for the last moment of the game, and that's not necessarily fun. Neither is actively getting curb stomped. Dude, I turn on the camera, and I'm actually like, I cannot get a freaking kill. It's like, it's the damnedest thing. Like, I actually just turn on the camera, and I cannot actually get a kill to save my life. And the crazy thing is, like, I was actually doing decent both yesterday and earlier, so I don't know what in the world is happening. Maybe it's because I'm actually, like, just having my focus kind of split right now. The thing is I don't actually want to like kind of lock it in and you know, lose focus on actually making a video because I want to make a video. It's been so long. I miss doing this. But if I can't like actually land my shots, I'm not gonna be able to like get any good gameplay at all. I guess as far as balance things go, I seriously think that the team at Xdefiant need to actively just start nerfing the Echelon faction, all of Splinter Cell, everything that they do, because while yes, I get it that their whole thing is stealth, they should not be getting automatic ghost from Call of Duty where they just never appear on the radar. not only that, but even unsuppressed weapons will not show up on the radar for them, which is stupid. I think that is absolutely ridiculous. And their little wall hack suit needs to have a massive reduction in range because I swear that just kind of gives them full wall hacks across most of the map. Like, I'm not kidding when I say that the game played infinitely better over the past, not over the past, but over the last beta, where they were just straight up removed because there was an actual exploit with them, with the digital ghillie suit making them permanently invisible. The game just felt so much better not having any of the Splinter Cell people in the game ever at all. It was so good. But now that they're here, a lot of the sweats that just don't want to appear on the radar at all they do is just run Splinter Cell. But yeah, Xdefiant is out, and it's completely free to play, might I add. I don't think I mentioned that. It is completely free to play. So this game that you're seeing me play right now, you can just jump in right now and do it on any platform, I'm pretty sure. PlayStation, Xbox, or PC with a Ubisoft Connect in particular, I'm pretty sure. Uh, you can literally just jump in and start playing. That is again, not to justify them, but that is probably why partly the shop is like so expensive because it is free to play. But yeah, I think these things do need to come down. But anyway, I don't really have much else to say right now, aside from the fact that obviously I have not put down Genshin. I'm still playing it every day. I have not missed a day in this entire time that I have not been posting videos. I have gone back and done some stuff on Call of Duty, which I will probably make videos on in the future. And speaking of, I don't know if I'm actually going to be uploading anywhere near as consistently as I have been in the past. I'll probably just end up going back to doing it again when, like, I'm kind of feeling it, which could be every few days, once a week or something like that. Because it kind of is just it's kind of the damnedest thing where, like, I kind of realize that just kind of still at heart, as of right now anyway, I am just a raw, you know, gamer. Like, I like to actually play the games. On occasion, I will, like, actually want to, like, make a video and talk about some things just to kind of share my thoughts and whatnot, but, at my heart, I still just like to get on and play games whenever I have the free time, and it's, yeah, I feel guilty about it because I really want to, like, also kind of do content creation in the sense of, like, talking about certain games, my thoughts, what I'm hoping, and, like, just to share my experiences and do things like that. But when it comes to, like, the modern gaming space, a lot of it is just kind of down to, time sinks, kind of like how I was talking about earlier with the weapon mastery camos in particular on Xdefiant as an example. Level 100 being the one for gold, and I don't know, there's just a lot of things on my mind still that, like, I will make videos on, but I can't necessarily guarantee that I'll be doing them, like, every day, kind of like how I used to during last summer, but we shall see. I'll be around. I never planned to go anywhere. I just needed to take a bit of a hiatus to focus on myself, and yeah, things are going pretty well. So for those of you who have made it this far in the video, thank you so very much for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like. And I'll be around, kind of like I said. Hopefully it'll be here and there. Definitely we'll be making videos in the future on more Xdefiant, Call of Duty, and definitely Genshin. As far as Genshin goes, I'm pretty sure we all are aware that, like, it kind of is just in that kind of downswing after the Archon quest is over and as we're just waiting for the new region. So I'll slowly start covering that game again, like actually kind of showing and talking about, like, what's going on, because we have a bunch of, like, Natlan stuff that we got to talk about when that nation actually releases. I cannot wait. But with that being said, once again, thank you all for sticking around, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.